was one morning around 8 o'clock, I got a phone call, and it's my urologist on the other side of the line saying, yep, it's confirmed you have prostate cancer. I think the biggest question that I had was, how long do I have? Is this going to be the thing that takes me out? And really, I had no one to help me figure that out in terms of any pre-existing understanding or knowledge about the right questions to ask. Cancer wasn't really talked about in my family, and certainly in the community that I grew up in. Sometimes even cancer had a little bit of a shame connotation or a little bit of a stigma associated with it. I thought initially I could do it on my own, and I didn't need any community helping me through this. I could do it, right? And about midway through my treatment, I started to really feel the impact of the cancer treatment, and I just felt crushed. And I think I couldn't rely on that same kind of macho attitude any longer. And I reached out for help, and thankfully I did, because I was able to get plugged into a community that had resources. I'm African American man in my 40s, and I came to this art therapy group, all women from Beverly Hills that were not of color. And I thought, what could I learn from this experience? And it's probably not for me, because I didn't know if we would have anything in common. But I decided to stay. And I stayed because I said, you know what, I'm at a place in my life where what I used to use for tools of resilience was not enough. One of the classes was about what does resilience look like, and there I drew this beautiful tree, and I'm like, that tree had some gnarled bits and it had some twisted bits, but yet it was this beautiful big tree, and I put a little bird in there, and to me, it represented something that'd been through a tough time, but somehow kept going. And not only did it grow bigger and stronger, but it actually provided shelter for this little bird. That kind of represented me, and I saw myself as that tree. Go figure, an art therapy class did all that for me, but it was those kind of moments that helped me to process cancer and that experience, and not just live in the fear and the sadness of having had cancer, but to find resilience. I usually will go out somewhere in nature and just start sketching, or some days, I'll create a little vision board for myself and clip words and art and pictures that I can make a collage. And believe it or not, you will go back to that and look at that. I found one that I did maybe 5 years ago, and on there was everything that I have now started doing. I think as you lean into that experience of joy and happiness and hope, you start to think, okay, I'm not only cancer. And you not only want hope for yourself, you want it for everybody else. And so I created a nonprofit called MACHO, which is an acronym for Men Actively Creating Healthy Outcomes, where we have guys from all different cancer backgrounds come together, and it's about awareness, but also about psychosocial support. And I modeled that behavior that I learned from those ladies at that art therapy group about being transparent, that it takes courage to share your story and be open. But when you do that, that's when you find your greatest triumphs. I think survivorship is being able to plug into community, meeting people, and doing things that feed your soul. I think for a lot of cancer survivors, you're never going to be the same as you were before, but if you choose to, you can figure out ways to live your best life afterwards. I've been going through cancer treatment and survivorship for now 10 years, and look how far I've come. Look at how many challenges, and I'm going to cry here, but I've been through so many hard times and, somehow got through them. It's a beautiful experience if you can get to that place of hope and resilience, and that, tomorrow might not be promised, but I can make the most of today, and I can hope for better tomorrow.